school, to the group, other group coordinators and to the principal to make sure that your plan doesn't get disjointed. Because one of the things that can happen, and often does happen, is that the school improvement plan will become very front heavy. Everybody wants their bit to be done straight away. And so the timing and the planning of the timeline to get it all done will involve a lot of negotiation across all the departments. The leadership of the school must make sure that the staff are given time to do this. And I know it was 100 years ago, but when I was a teacher, we were asked to do, and it's come out on that table over there, we were asked to do so many things all at once. And if you do that, what you end up with is nothing gets done properly. Regular communication, as I've just said, a short time frame, get the plan done. Don't get bogged down in the plan. And keep it realistic, yes. Don't put too much all at the front. I would also advise against writing your plan for any real long term, but we don't. It sounds like you don't do that. You review it annually. When I first did that, go back to the beginning, when I got my first headship, my school improvement plan, the very first one I was responsible for, was for 5 years. Can you imagine? Probably after about 2 months, I realised it was no good. It definitely was not going to work. Okay, so galloping on, you know that, I'm sure. As the principal, my school improvement plan gave me a lot of comfort, a lot of security, because we'd all been involved in it and because there were so many things came out of it. I felt as though we'd got absolutely everything covered. And then the best thing of all was that in the process, in all the dialogue, the kind of thing you've just done, and this alludes to what this young man said over here earlier, okay, we're doing this and it's okay, but we want to do better. And so what I would urge you to be is brave. Principals particularly, give your teachers permission to be brave, to be different, to be innovative, to have a go. As I said this morning, some of you might not have been there, I really had a defining moment when one of my maths coordinator came and said, can we have one of our maths lessons a week in the hall? And I just thought, yes, we've got there, or we've got somewhere. There are zillions of initiatives, and you spend, as a principal, you spent 5 minutes with any of your teachers, and you'll have a list as long as your arm of all kinds of things that they would like to try out. It's got to be planned, it's got to be coordinated, but give it a go. Be innovative and creative with your curriculum, but in context of your school. Lots of things came up, so we want to improve, and I'm using this as an example, achievement in maths. Well, what does that mean? Does it mean that we just want higher examination results? That provoked what the things that it needed. Well, to increase performance in maths, results in maths, it needs effective teaching, improved behaviour, make homework more meaningful. And out of those came 3 policies, different working parties writing those policies. And this is a continual process going on and on and on all of the time. So I'm galloping ahead because I can see that other people are going for their coffee. So in the end, what you will have is a plan that everybody owns, from the smallest child to the most distant parent, if they wanted to. Which means that it will be more meaningful and it will have much more chance of working. Policies that everybody understands where they came from. Now, I talked about analysing the policies that I inherited on shelves covered in dust. That wasn't policy in practice at all. It was just clogging up shelves. No good to anybody. And it is a tailor-made school improvement plan in context to suit every single area of your school, because we have a Beaconhouse family of schools. I was in a pyramid of schools. There are no two schools in the world alike, because there are no two people alike. They're all different. And most especially, you will have a plan that reflects the real you, the real heart and soul of you and what you're all about. Okay, well, I hope that's been of some use to you. I'm sorry the last bit was so rushed. It's because I talk too much, I always do. It's been an absolute honour and pleasure working with you this afternoon. If you would leave your post-it notes or any notes that you've left, I've got to collate them. And thank you very much for your attention this afternoon. Thank you.